On 12th of March 2017, a Namrupian sets out on a journey after more than a decade to rediscover those lanes which were once familiar, but over a period of time has become distant and strange. Approaching through the road besides the Noga Pahar, also known as the Patkai Hills, where is the tea estate on the other side. Heading from Sibsagar to Dibrugarh through the Delhi Ghat bridge, he sets out to rebuild the pieces of his childhood. Perched on these Patkai Hills, somewhere used to be the house of his friend Bhaskar Kumar Gupta. Today, he is on a quest to find the remnants of his friend's house and to eventually go to Namrup and once again relive his childhood.
Hi, good morning Bhaskar. Bhaskar Gupta, I mean. Do you remember this place? I think it should strike a bell in your mind. Don't you remember this was the same place where you grew up? In the background in the hills, your house was there. I tried to locate it in the morning, but I am really sorry, I could not find it. Wild bushes, wild trees. The area has simply disappeared. Now I think that place exists only in our memories, and I think you'll definitely like seeing this place, this ground where we used to play cricket. This estate, Delhi tea estate, right in front of your house. And there's a temple out there, small temple besides the big tree along the road. So here it is, where we are. I hope you like it, Bhaskar and Vivek. See ya, goodbye.
However, the journey did not end here, and they continue towards Namrup. So even though I could not find any remaining vestiges of Bhaskar's house, we continue to head towards Namrup. This particular road, very memorable for me. On the left side are the tea estate, and just now we have the main gate of Tharmal, where the quarters of Partha Protim Haut and Shantanu Khongyang used to be. On the right side are the walls of Tharmal, marked in yellow and red, and these walls will soon give away to the walls of Assam Petrochemicals Limited, APL. A very clear skyline. We are cruising ahead. On the left side is also a small nursery school. So it's a pleasant weather. It's also the day of Holi. So we have on our right side the premises of APL in view, the main gate of APL on our right side, inside which we can see some of the playgrounds, and also the quarter diagonal to us was of Pranav Chapparwal and Prabhav Chapparwal. Pranav was my classmate and Prabhav was 1 year our senior. So going on ahead. The road is adorned with beautiful trees on the left side. There are some potholes in the road intermittently. On the left side are the green paddy fields, and right now on the right side was the place where drawing classes were held on Saturday and Sunday. My younger sister Mitali Roy and younger brother Rahul Roy used to attend the drawing classes. So on the left side are certain buildings which and certain constructions which might not have been in our time, and some large potholes on the road filled with water. This was the cinema hall. Currently it does not seem to be functional. Beautiful trees onto our left, and this particular building and premises is where Madame Mefi Day is observed, a very special day. Now we are approaching the Sariali, where towards the left is the famous Mohini Road. If you go straight, you will reach Namrup Book House, and at this particular junction, perched at the bottom is the Shahrukh Dukan behind that tree. Famous. We always used to go there. Very hospitable. And we used to buy lots of chewing gums and biscuits and other eatables. So after taking the right from that Sariali, this road leads to the APL gate. There are quarters on both sides of the road. Azizul Barbhuya, my classmate, his quarters were behind this lane on towards the left. Now if you take a right and then a left, you'll go towards the quarter of Ranjan Singh. Now these are also the quarters of CISF. So many of our friends like Karan Srivastav, I believe his quarter was somewhere on the left. Now heading towards the bridge, onto the left side is where we used to go for our treasure hunt in search of skeletons with our army of kids from our colony. On the left side were the quarters of CISF, which are now in a deplorable condition, not being maintained. So lots of dense vegetation has grown. On the right side are the APL walls, beyond which are the quarters of Bitupon Talukdar, Onima Borkotoki Madam, then Soibal, then Sijata Bhattacharya. And so this is the main gate of APL. And there are many shops on both sides of the road now. We used to frequent it very often in our childhood.
ভালে 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 হয় হয় আপুনি ঠিক পাইছে নে নাই ক'ত ক'ত তোমাৰ নেকি নেকি মানে এইটো সেক্টৰ এফ নি কলনি হয় হয় গম পাইছোঁ এইটো বহুত দিনৰ ইচ্ছা এতিয়া সেইজন দাদা এতিয়া বেলেগ সম্পূৰ্ণ বেলেগ সম্পূৰ্ণ বেলেগ
জেগাবিলাক
নাইকিয়া হয়
মুখবিলাক চিনাকি আছে সকলোৰে ল'ৰাই ভিডিঅ' কৰে বোলে এইবিলাক আমাৰ সৰুকালৰ স্মৃতি
So hi, this was the place where we used to very frequently come. This is just in front of APL main gate, and the CISF colonies are also nearby. So our school bus used to come through this way. So we used to be in queue. We used to fight with other kids. It was fun. It was we were purely innocent at the time. It was fun. The whole place now has changed. Of course, change is inevitable. Still.
যাওঁ যোৰাটো এইবাৰ যাওঁ এনে যাওঁ তাৰ
Welcome to quarter number 658. It's the quarter where in Namrup, Dibrugarh, Assam, where I grew up. All my schooling years from class 2 to class 12. This was the place where I used to play. This is the colony where we used to play cricket. Besides the road. It's a very passionate group of kids, school children. We used to have a blast out there. Let us have it too.
Besides our quarter were the quarters of Romenda and Bhaida and Sutia uncle. Later on, Jonasri, Dhonda, Monda, they came and they still are living now. In front of us were the quarters of Konkon Milida, and besides that were the quarters of Hirono Sonwal, Rondip Sonwal, and behind this were the quarters of Nilakshi Bhuya. And in our colony, the very first quarter was of Himarnav Dotto, Nilarnav Dotto. In whose quarters there was a huge tree. And one quarter from Himarnav Dottos used to be the quarter of Rana Pratap Setiada and Mriganov Setia. And in whose opposite were the quarters of Bidyut Banerjee. So on the right side there were the quarters of Bandana, and on the left side were the quarters of Pooja, Babua, Neha. All of them are grown up now. We were kids, we were a generation who grew up together. On the right side are the quarters of Sumana Singho and Monjit Singho, also known by the names of Rumli and Babon. Behind these were the quarters of Bikram Bordoloi, who we studied together in class 11-12 science. This is the quarter of Munni. And behind this lane, near the April gate, were the quarters of Nanu, also known by the name Omrit Hoikia. The next particular colony in the view were also Raja, Raju and Alok, with whom we used to play cricket. And further over there in the center and towards the right were the quarters of Somik Datta, Kunal Chaudhary, and Sabrin Raisa Rahman, Siddharth Borua, Shantanu Borua, and Parijat Bora. So a small place it was, Sector F, this is right in front of you. Also Debabrod and Monikonkona Dotto, they were also staying nearby only. Pallavi Horma, she was my younger sister's classmate. So from our colony we head out and take a right, and this is the view we get. On towards our left is the water body filled with water hyacinth all the year around, and across the water body is the CRPF camp, and on the right side we have the CISF granaries stocking many items. We also have the CISF canteen, and right in front of you is the Sishu Niketan, very famous. Each and every Namrupian must have enrolled in Sishu Niketan for the drawing classes, where we taught the drawing of apple, of lotus, and of a village scene with a hut and rising sun and a river and a coconut or a palm tree. It was memorable for us. So if you take the right, you will reach towards the BVFCL club. And so it's a time of Holi, so lots of kids on the road, very excited atmosphere. We can see a bunch of kids who are rushing towards us with colors smeared in their foreheads. Yes, they are heading towards us. The shops on the right were also during our time, I remember pretty well. And right now on the right side is the house of Bikasteka. We also went to Thakuri uncle's quarters. Uncle has been a close family friend right since our childhood. Right now, auntie in front of us and Jyoti Rekha is smiling, standing by the gate, bidding us goodbye. Smriti Rekha could not come to Namrup as her classes are going on. Just immediately behind this lane were the quarters of my classmate, Rituraj Sonwal. Also, Manos's quarters should be close by. Manos was very popular in his school for his unique mime dance form enacting the plucking of mangoes. Further behind were the quarters of Nirja, Nihar Soikia, Nitashri Devi, Sangita Gogoi, Sanghamitra and Gargi Kolita. Also, Anshuman Deori, Ohiron Deori and Bornali Das Bas quarter was there right besides the BVFCL club. Right across the road was Bikasteka's quarters as well. And diagonal to me, right across the road, there was a pani tanki in whose vicinity were the quarters of Obigyan, Orpita Hoikia, Akash, Nilakshi Bora, Polash, Moromi Das and Sanghamita's previous quarters. And now we have the BVFCL hospital towards our left, and in the right is the road towards the BVFCL club. And the BVFCL hospital I remember very vividly, as I was admitted for 15 days in 2003. This was only a few days after I had been to Delhi Ghat with Somik and Rituraj for more than 5 to 6 hours. We were absent from the colony, so there was a huge commotion with the fear that we might have been lost in the hills and jungles. We returned back home and faced brunt from our parents, and I soon contracted mumps and I was admitted to the hospital. A bittersweet memory for me. On the right side is the high school, and further right is the way to the Bihu function pandal. And on the left side is the Moidan, which is the venue for the Anando Mela and the circus. I saw the Titanic by Kohinoor Theatre here, and I remember telling father, Papa, please, amar logor bilage sobe sale, amako loi jabo lagibo dei. And so a nostalgic memory indeed. And right now you can see the iconic Gandhi Field, home to so many memories of every Namrupian. Well, I remember going to the Indoor Stadium for table tennis coaching, particularly for a summer camp under Mukul Boro sir way back in 1996. The brother duo Pankaj Gogoi and Protim Gogoi, and then Amitabh Borua and Rosnali Pathak, they were the prodigies and a force to be reckoned to it in a table tennis scene back in those days. Also, football and cricket coaching is conducted in these fields. My schoolmates Rituraj Sonwal and Siddharth Borua were coached by Tosen Bora sir for football. And right now we are approaching the Sariali, and on the left side you can see a greenish building which used to be the Namrup Book House. We have taken the right from this Sariali, and on the left is the walls of the Namghor premises, whereas on the right there used to be a gym in which my schoolmate Pankaj Bhuya had enrolled for gymming. I also went there for a few days, but then backed out thinking it's too early for me to start gymming. And right now we have the Namghor gate in front of us, where inside there is a community prayer hall where devotees congregate for worship and also enact bhavnas, the term for dramatic performances. On the right side you have the official ASTC bus stand from where you can board the buses for Jorhat and Sonari. And somewhere here is the Raj studio, where we used to come for photographs in the era of no smartphones, no DSLRs, negatives, Fujifilms and Kodaks used to rule. And as we go ahead, right now in front of us is the Anita Sweets, where I used to have samosas dipped in red chutneys. That was delicious. And going on ahead, we are approaching a tini alley. From where, if you take the left, you'll cross the Bhargav stores, followed by the Central Market, then the Gurudwara, then Sharma Hotel, Gupta Hotel, the Keria Dukan, and in front of the Keria Dukan is Banyan Tree and SFC Model School. So choose to take a right from here. We have just crossed the Bora Dukan on towards our left, and also there's a Borua book stall and the famous Vidya Bhavan right in front of you, which everyone in Namrup will remember, as with our parents we used to come here to buy books before the starting of the next session. Also, there used to be a cyber cafe here where we came for our class 10 and class 12 results, and also for various projects and printouts. That was a time of slow dial-up connections with no mobile phones. We used to pray for internet to come. On the right were the quarters of Porishmita and Pulokesh Kaushik, Chandrabhan Kakoti, Amarjit Bora, in front of the music school. Further near the post office area were the quarters of Kanika De, Ipshita, Rajodda, Bhaskar Hazarika and Hondikoy uncle, and Deepak Gogoi as well. As we go on ahead, somewhere on the left was the NIIT, where I enrolled for the Swift India course immediately after my class 10 board exams. The course was facilitated by Gidima and Gitima Gogoiba, and myself, Nirja Soikia, Biplop Deka, Nomami Das, Somojit Bora, and maybe Bhaskar Gupta, and a few others whom I am unable to recall, had also enrolled. I particularly remember the drama we had to enact at the end of this course as a part of the successful closure ceremony. It was memorable and lots of fun. And this particular road in the late 1990s and early 2000, it used to be dusty with heavy vehicles frequently plying. So in rains there will be pools of water creating hassles for us in coming in by cycle. So truly speaking, I rarely used to come to this road except when we had to go to Digboi, Duliazan, Tinsukia, Naharkotia for our Olympiads and scholarship exams. I remember going to Naharkotia for the Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya exam in class 6 through this particular road. So if you keep on going, you will cross through the Khelmia Gaon. From here, if you take a right, you will reach the Sector F New Colony as well as the Thermal. And if you choose to continue, go straight, you will cross to the Jaipur Tea Estate, beyond which there is a Sariali. From here, if you take the left, you will reach Naharkotia, Duliazan, Digboi. Had you chosen to go straight, you would have crossed the Buri Dihing River through the Nikko Bridge to reach the historic Tipam. Whereas had you chosen to go right, you would have reached Arunachal Pradesh and the beautiful Deomali and the majestic picnicking spots like Hitakundo and Parashuram Kundo. So right here somewhere on the left is also the house of my school friend Hemchandra Agarwal. Hemchand's elder brothers Ravinder and Manish Agarwal and elder sister Girija and Sanjogita Agarwal. They studied in KV. Yes, on the left side is their house, and we went to their house this particular day. We met uncle and we had a fabulous time reminiscing the good old days of the past, and it was good. And from there I headed out towards Tinsukia to attend the marriage of my school friend Sandeep Hazarika in Tinsukia. The next few days I spent in Sibsagar, Naharkotia and various other places before I decided to come back to Namrup towards my school. So right now we are again approaching Datiniali, from where if you go straight you will reach cross Bhargav stores, cross a small bridge, then the Central Market, then the Gurudwara, Sharma Hotel, Gupta Hotel, the police station, a small railway crossing, followed by the State Bank of India, and further our school, beyond which is the Namrup College and the Chai Bagan. However, we choose to go left from this Teniali. On the road, on the right side is the Anita Suites, followed by Once Upon a Time Raj Studio, whereas on the left side is the Student Emporium, whose pamphlet were given in our school. I immediately went to see their assortment. On the left side is also the Sunset Vihar. I have never been there though. And also we had the official HTC bus stand, and we are entering in the vicinity of the Namghar premises. So lots of lighting and decoration as the Bhagavat Path is going on. There's a lot of devotional spirit with chanting of prayers in this area. Here we take a halt just before the main gate, where we bid Borua auntie, Siddharth Borua, my school friend's mother, goodbye. She is going to attend the Bhagavat Path. And we then again start our way. This particular road is adorned with beautiful trees, which during the time of spring, when the flowers bloom, it forms a beautiful canopy over the road. There's an arch made of bamboo and yellowish and bluish clothing, announcing that Bhagavat Path is going on. Now we have reached the Sariali. From here we take a right. On the left side, just behind this shop, is the Namrup book house. So we enter, we take the right, and on towards our left there was a small cycle workshop, where I remember stopping now and then to insert air into my cycle. We also just crossed a small bridge, and after crossing it there was the Monihari Jewelers. There is no board and signage anymore. We also have the church where I had enrolled for 2-3 months for drawing classes, but I backed out because of the strict punishment over there. In retrospect, it was fun recalling those moments. As we go on ahead, towards the right side is the Central Market and the Gurudwara, and also there was a pond besides which there was a Doberman dog, and also Amitabh Dekkar's house. Also the quarters on towards our right were Chaudhary uncle, and then Arundhati Gogoi, Indrani Gogoi. So we keep on going ahead. On the right side where is the road towards Pradeep Sharma sir's house. Fabulous teacher, taught us physics in class 11 and 12. Never gonna forget, immense respect for him. On the left side there used to be shops which used to sell books, and particularly maths books, and I used to come there very often. On the right side, right behind these quarters, were the quarters of Pranjal, Ananta and Sunny Deori, and also Vibhuti Sonwal and Akash and Nilakshi Bora. Also the BVFCL Model High School is right behind these quarters on the right side. So right now we are on the incline, the very famous incline, and the most enjoyable part of my journey towards going to school daily. Here I used to gain so much of speed and used to race against our schoolmates. It was great fun. On the left side is the route towards the Mohini Road, a very famous road amidst the lush green paddy fields. We can also see the dome of the Devi Mandir perched on the hilltop, where we used to have khichdi during Saraswati Puja. That was memorable. On the left side we have the quarters of Pankaj Bhuya, and also the Soikya uncle, Dotto uncle, and Rinku Gohai. So keeping on going ahead, on the right side, far ahead is the BSNL telephone exchange, near whose vicinity were the quarters of Dipankar Bora, Pankaj Dotto, Nita and Gita Dottoba, and Arun Dotto uncle. And if you go towards the model school from there, you will cross to the quarters of Burman uncle and Udayan Dwara Da. And on the left side we have the road leading to the BVFCL factory premises, where the only time I went to was during the Vishwakarma Puja, where particularly in the industrial township like Namrup, the families would congregate, they will socialize, they will meet and discuss হুক টুকৰ কথা, ল'ৰা ছোৱালীৰ ভৱিষ্য, ল'ৰা ছোৱালী অধপতনে গৈছে, মাটি বাৰীৰ কথা. It was fun, it was great. Now on the right side were the colonies in which the quarters of Bhaswati Nath and Himanshuda, And Bhaskar Soikia, Monmita Hazarikaba, and Rohit Sharma were there. And right now we are approaching the railway line on which the malgaris carrying coal and industrial raw materials used to ply. Now we have the majestic BVFCL guest house with its sprawling grounds and neatly aligned rows of trees near the gate. It was the very first time I came to Namrup in 1994. I stayed in this guest house with my father, and from here we used to head out to different colonies to find a suitable quarter for us. It was memorable indeed. Now a barricade in front of us to prevent buses and trucks to come by. Now we're approaching the officers club, and on the right side we also had the quarters of Biplop Deka and Anshuman Deka. Officers club I remember because of the table tennis and later on taekwondo coaching that was imparted over here. The ground in officers club used to host the burning of a gigantic puppet of Ravan during Dashera. And right now we are able to see the canteen and the mess area of the guest house. Now this particular building, R.K. Das sir, our English sir, and who also directed the play Macbeth during the annual function day in 2004, he stayed in the ground floor briefly. And on the right side were the beautiful jackfruit trees, and further right were the quarters of Richa Sharma and maybe Siraj Singh, 1 year our senior. Right now on the left side we were the quarters of Robin Tyagi, who studied with us till class 6 and then left. Also the quarters of Neeraj Kolita, the classmate of my younger brother Rahul Roy. And somewhere here were the quarters of Bonashri Bora and Songita Boraba. I may have been mistaken though. And also the house of Saroj Kumar and Rinku Kumari must have been somewhere here. This particular area I very used to frequently come towards the school. There was lots of dense vegetation on either side of this road, the iconic water tank and the jackfruit trees. Now as you go on ahead, the quarter that you can see right in front of you was of Tushar Mukherjee, a very good school friend of mine, a very good fast bowler, and he was a taekwondo pro, so never mess with him. Good friend of mine. I used to visit his home quite often. You could have gone straight also and reach school, but we chose to take left. And on either side of the road are some temporary bamboo construct, maybe for the shops during Saturday and Sunday. So through this road, if you keep on going straight, you will reach the Namrup College, the Lal Bagri Ghat, and the quarters of Ruhi Mishra, Rupam Banik, Pulokesh Kaushik, and Sandeep Pathak. And so we choose to take the right from here, and this particular road straightway leading towards our school. My father once in a while used to change the route, either going from the left or from the right, and I always thought that it was simply magic in my childhood. If you take the left, you will reach the quarters of Somnath Saha and Priyanka Gogoi's. Whereas on the right side we have the side JD's quarter, behind which were the quarters of Richa Sharma. The subsequent quarters to side JD's was of Anand Vishwarup, where previously it was of Kumar Spandan Boradas quarter. Behind Anand's quarter were the quarters of Pranjal and Upasana Khatoniar, and adjacent to which were the quarters of Joita Bhartiba and Bornab Bora, and behind this lane were the quarters of Pradimna Datta also. Now this particular quarter everyone will remember, because just in front of this quarter our school bus used to take the hall, so everyone will assemble over here. They will fight among themselves, and there was a huge crowd over here. This particular quarter is of Sandeep Hajorika, And behind this were Trishota Chakrabarti's quarter and also Bhaswati Das Bas quarter.
Hi, friends. I'm totally feeling of elation as we are in front of Kendriya Vidayalaya Namrup, the school where I studied from class 2 to class 12. It's a surreal feeling visiting the place where I grew up. I visit the classrooms, the playgrounds. We used to have lots of memories. Come on, let's go and have a journey into the memory lane. So this was our main gate. Kendriya Vidayalaya Namrup, Post Office Parbatpur, District Dibrugarh, Assam. So I studied in this school from 1994 to 2005. Watchman of this school used to stay there and used to keep track of whoever is coming or going outside. Those were our parking stands for our cycles, for our bicycles. These are the playgrounds. So, এতিয়া দেখিবলৈ সৰু লাগিছিলে আগতে বহুত ডাঙৰ নিচিনা লাগিছিলে So I thought the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. So this thought let us enter the premises of our school.